The message is now
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
Now it
Now
is
Now
streaming.
stream.
start, Nidhi. We are live now.
Yes, sir. A very good morning to our chief guest, Professor Balram Pani, who will be joining us shortly. Dr. S.P. Agarwal, sir, Dr. Swati Pal, ma'am, my fellow team members, and dear participants. There's a very famous saying, and I quote, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. It is indeed this mantra of working together that has brought us where we are today. Each day is a new day, which brings with itself new opportunities, new challenges, new thoughts, new strengths, and new aspirations. On such a rejuvenating note, I, Nidhi Mathur, would take this immense pleasure in presenting before you a summarization of all the activities that have taken place during this 1 week faculty development program on ICT-enabled teaching learning, organized jointly by Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College, and Janki Devi Memorial College, University of Delhi. Just a moment. Ramanujan College, through its Teaching Learning Center under Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching Scheme of Ministry of Education, erstwhile MHRD, has successfully conducted more than 18 online FDPs, out of which 5 FDPs, as illustrated here, are versions of MOOCs primarily. All other FDPs which the college had conducted prior to the setting in of the pandemic were primarily based on physical interaction with each other. That is, knowledge was disseminated amongst learners under the same roof. Unlike the previous ones, the most striking feature of this faculty development program was its virtual engagement with all the learners. This 1 week faculty development program that we have recently concluded primarily covered prerequisites of creating MOOCs, apart from emphasizing on ICT tools that will facilitate teaching and learning and immensely benefit the teaching fraternity. As mandated by Ministry of Education, erstwhile MHRD, this FDP was conceptualized on the 4-quadrant approach. The first quadrant talks about the use of e-tutorials that can be in the form of audios, videos, simulations, animations, etc. The second quadrant talks about using e-content like books, texts, instructional materials to assist the users in getting familiarized with the topics easily and conveniently. While the third quadrant is all about providing additional information, the fourth quadrant is the one which draws the maximum attention on learning outcomes. In the fourth quadrant, quizzes and assignments are provided to the learners so they can assess themselves and monitor their progress levels, also available in the form of a bar graph on the portal. In addition to these self-assessment techniques, learners are encouraged to share their feedback on a daily basis for the topics that have been discussed. There is also a need of a discussion forum wherein participants can actively post their queries and doubts, which are proactively taken up by the resource persons or peers. The primary aim behind this FDP was to facilitate faculty members across the country to conduct their lectures, which they are currently missing owing to the pandemic, using open source tools. This is in addition to designing and developing their own MOOCs, thereby facilitating them to create an online platform for knowledge exchange. To facilitate such an expedition, the course outline covered topics ranging from Google Apps including classrooms, slides, docs, to online classroom teaching softwares like Google Meet, Microsoft Teams. Topics wherein learners could record their own videos and edit the same were taught through the open broadcast softwares and open editor softwares. After learning all these tools and techniques, participants have created some of the very beautiful, massive open online courses. The Open edX platform on which this FDP was hosted is a learning management system which has been designed and hosted on cloud with high robustness, scalability, and reliability. In addition to the LMS hosting minimum of 5 FDPs simultaneously, participants can easily access the course sitting in their own comfort zones, hence bridging the gap between online and offline teaching learning. So these are some of the statistics indicating some major highlights of the FDP. More than 500 participants had participated in this event, in which there were 99 recorded videos, 8 quizzes, 7 assignments, 9 discussion forums, and 10 feedback forms in totality. Moving further, we received an overwhelming feedback from our participants, which will be analyzed in the subsequent slides. There have been more than 2 lakh views on the video lectures that are posted on YouTube, with participants spending around 3 to 4 hours on our learning management system. So a quick analysis of the feedback that we have received from our dear participants. As per the overall content of the program, 60.1% of participants have given us an excellent rating, while 35.4% have given us a very good rating. As far as the overall knowledge addition after attending the program is concerned, 43.3% of participants have given an excellent rating, while 47.1% have given a very good rating. As far as the ratings of the quality of resource persons are concerned, 56.4% of the participants have given an excellent rating, while 36.4% have given a very good rating. These are also some of the testimonials. We have been receiving several congratulatory messages and texts on phones, via emails, on discussion forums from our dear participants. And some of this feedback has really motivated and encouraged us to move further and excel and coordinate some more FDPs for our future endeavors. With this, I now come to the end of my presentation. So this was indeed a memorable experience worth revisiting. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Shilpa. Dr. Shilpa?
I think Dr. Shilpa is trying to contact somebody from the technical team because Professor Pani is, he's joined. Great. Good morning, Professor Pani. Sir, your audio is a little inaudible. Could you just increase the sound? Sir, we are unable to hear you. We're unable to hear you. If you could just increase the volume. Shilpa is back. Yes.
Okay, sir has joined. Oh, great. Yeah. Very warm welcome to our chief guest for the day, Dr. Balram Pani, Dean of Colleges, University of Delhi. Yeah. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. So we can't hear you. Okay. So with your due permission, maybe. Okay. Sir, please unmute yourself.
Yeah. Sir, good morning. We cannot hear your voice. You have to raise the volume.
Volume. Yeah.
Please raise the volume.
Is of the full strength. But still, then I'm going out. Then I will come again. Then only it will be okay. I will try it.
Okay.
Okay. You were better now. You were better now. Maybe you need
Yeah.
to speak closer into the
Yes.
device. Yeah. Shilpa, you can continue.
Shilpa, you continue, please.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So thank you, Nidhi, for sir is saying something.
Now it is okay.
Yeah. Much better, sir. Much better. Yeah. Good morning and welcome.
Okay. So continuing with the
Yeah, please.
yes, sir. Continuing with sorry. Yeah,
I think
we
Shilpa,
welcome you, sir. Yeah, we welcome you, sir. Thank you for joining us. We just started with the session, and the report was just presented by Ms. Nidhi Mathur because the participants were getting anxious. There was a delay, so we just started with the session. So, with your due permission, maybe please continue. Yeah, thank you, sir. And a very warm welcome once again to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Thank you, Nidhi, for presenting the report about the FDP. I think a big salute to all the participants for taking up this challenge. And we really hope that they have learned a lot, as the feedback says that it was a great experience for them. Thank you, Nidhi. So I now invite Dr. Swati Pal, Principal Janki Devi Memorial College, to address the gathering.
Thank you so much, Shilpa. I join the entire audience in welcoming our chief guest, Professor Balram Pani, Dean of Colleges. Dr. Agarwal, colleagues from my college and all other colleges across the country, IQAC coordinators of both the colleges and the managing teams of both the colleges, a very warm welcome and heartiest congratulations for what has been a really intense week. But from the feedback, it is very clear that it has been a highly productive, highly successful, and an extremely well organized FDP. So a big round of applause to, I think, both the Madan Mohan Malviya Mission Center at Ramanujan College, the IQAC of Janki Devi Memorial College, for successfully conducting it, and heartiest congratulations to the dear participants for taking on that additional intense rigor upon their time and energy and everything. Since it is a valedictory, whatever I had to say regarding this FTP, I have already said in my initial address, but I would like to underline a few things, which is that as a teacher, it is true that we need to keep reinventing ourselves, because teachers really are people who believe that they have to give the best to their students, and they cannot, like a bad carpenter, blame the tools. You know, a good teacher can never say that it is the problem of the tool that we are using, that is not good, and therefore we are unable to deliver. A good and an effective teacher is one who really makes use of all the tools that are at hand and uses them effectively. I think that this particular FTP aimed at that. It aimed at making every teacher reinvent herself or himself as a powerful communicator, not getting mired by the challenges of technology, and instead using it to the optimum so that the students really get as close to a classroom experience as possible. If you look at the evolution of the way, you know, the whole classroom setup has come about, even in a country like India, I mean, where there used to be a Guru Shishya Parampara and where people would sit under trees and study there, that was very effective. It was very effective then. But can you imagine doing that in the hot summer of Delhi? We do that sometimes in our college when we run short of classrooms. We do take classes in the open air, but imagine doing that all the year through. Imagine if today we did not have this technology at hand and students and ourselves would be sitting waiting for the pandemic to come to an end, and then, you know, the kind of time that we would have wasted, the kind of frustration that might have set in on both sides, on the side of the students as well as on the side of the teachers. So really, at the end of the day, we really have to be very thankful that this human development of technology has taken us to a space where we can be an effective communicator, we can be an effective teacher, even on a virtual platform. And I'm really utterly grateful to both participants as well as the organizing teams of both colleges for having conducted this so very successfully. What matters now, of course, is that we convert theory into praxis, that we don't just leave it as something we learned and we got a certificate for it. The buck does not stop there. The point is it has to now be transformed. In any communication theory model, you will see that there is something called a feedback. You have taken feedback for the course. Now the feedback doesn't end there. The feedback will continue in the form of implementation by all the participants of the theory that they have learned in their virtual setups, and then to get back and to continue to hone the lacunae, to bridge the lacunae, to hone one's skills. It will continue. It's a continuous process of learning. So I'm not going to say anything more. I had promised at the beginning that I would only speak for 2 minutes. I may have spoken a little more, but thank you very much. Heartiest congratulations to everybody. And yes, it is Hindi Divas, so warm wishes to everybody on the occasion of Hindi Divas. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind and inspiring words. Your energy and enthusiasm have always replenished ours, and you have always motivated us to achieve greater heights. May I now request Dr. S.P. Agarwal, Principal, Ramanujan College, to say a few words.
Thank you, Swati. Good morning and welcome to all the dignitaries and the participants who have joined today with us. Our chief guest today, Professor Pani, Dean Colleges, Delhi University, my colleague and fellow principal, Dr. Swati Pal, organizing team of both colleges, and our learned participants. Once again, I welcome you to this valedictory function of online FDP, 1 week online FDP on ICT-enabled teaching, learning, and creating MOOCs. Friends, we have just seen the report of the last 1 week. I tell you, since we have been organizing these kind of programs since April, when this pandemic sets in and we were closed, it has become more and more satisfying, because over the period we have also been evolving, and our participants are also becoming more and more participative. See, initially what was our thinking, that this COVID might last for 1 month, 2 months, and we will be all right. But now every one of us knows that it is going to linger on maybe a year, 2 years, we don't know. And we cannot sit idle at home, and our students cannot sit idle at home. So we have to devise a technology to reach to each and every student. And that is the way, unless until, as Dr. Swati very rightly said, unless until we reskill ourselves, unless until we retrain ourselves, it is not possible. And there is no harm in it. We need not be feeling, sometimes some of our colleagues, maybe senior colleagues, feel that, online teaching is not a very effective teaching, and we should wait till, probably it is, it is too much. We cannot do that. See, I agree that it may not be the best, but something is better than nothing. We have no other choice. At this point of time, we should learn the new techniques, how to make online teaching more effective. Like we have been discussing that the various tools of online teaching, and we were discussing about MS Team. I think, all of us know that it is a very good tool to teach online classes. We can also use the various techniques in doing that, maybe whiteboard, maybe additional equipment. Of course, the technology investment is required. Of course, the good data connectivity is required. When I talk to my students and teachers, the major problem they highlighted to me is the connectivity. I said, yes, something which we as a administrator cannot do much, but still we can think of improving the connectivity by buying a better equipment, as well as the better data which is available in the market. And similarly, we can help our students in advising them how to make themselves more communicative, in the sense that they should come with good quality laptops and good quality data. uh, but sometimes, as we were discussing, that some of our students are not in a position to afford. Yes, we can help them as a college. It is our duty, and we have been doing it. Another problem which we are facing, or our students and teachers are facing, is sharing the material. I have seen myself that it is not difficult. Sometimes, what is happening, we are too scared to share a material because we have not developed our own material, and we are sharing the material from book or articles or something somewhere other, and when it is online, we feel that there may be a copyright issue. Well, friends, you need not worry. If you are sharing for reading purposes, for sharing purposes with your students, there is no copyright violation. You can acknowledge, you just say that this material belongs to this book, this material belongs to this article. So only thing is, acknowledgement is important. Otherwise, there is no problem. We have created a separate resource in the library, where under e-resources you can upload all the material which is required for students to learn. Another important thing which we faced, that students are saying that teachers are not telling them what will be taught the next day or next week or next month, maybe. So what we have done is that we have asked the teachers to prepare a lesson plan, so that they know in advance what you are going to do, because that will help them. They will come prepared, and then can share their experiences in the classroom. Moreover, we have to make the class more interactive. We have tried this in the sense that one period in a week, you just let the students speak rather than you speaking all the time. Let a batch, you make a batch of 10 each, because everybody cannot speak in 1 hour. But if we make that way, let them speak, let them present their views, let them present their topics, or whatever you want them to do, because our objective is to make learning easy and joyful. That is very important, because otherwise it takes a lot of toll. Doing online teaching, online remaining online for 3-4 hours is a fatigue, is a big fatigue, which I said earlier also. So you have to make it more joyful, and innovative. Another important issue which we are facing is the communication. See, as a teacher, we need to be very, very expressive, highly good in communication. You have to practice that, because what is happening is, I myself is noticing that some people do not know how to use the phone, the earphones, or ear plugs. Either they are too close or too far, then voice will not be clear, it will break. So you have to be very good in using the technology. So that is very important from communication point of view. And and more you will practice, you will get better and better. And then the creativity, how you can do, because the various softwares have several features, and it is very difficult to understand in a day every feature in 2 days or in 7 days. To understand, you have to practice, and once you practice and you become creative, like today itself I was reading in the paper Times of India that a IIT Delhi alumni has developed a app, educational app for students in the remote area, for that is for school students. But something innovation, and that guy is not a teacher. He's a superintendent engineer in irrigation department. Now you can understand that if as a administrator he can do that, why as a teacher we cannot innovate and make things simpler for our students? We can do it if we really apply ourselves. Similarly, critical thinking is very, very important, that how to make things simple, communicative, and expressive and easy to understand. This is also very important. And lastly, I can say that you discuss, collaborate with your students, very, very important, because unless until you talk to them, you listen to them, you cannot make learning more effective. So there are certain things which as a teacher we need to adopt while doing, whether we are communicating, whether we are doing the e-contents or developing a MOOCs. Unless until as a teacher you practice all the time, you cannot improve. But you have gone through various things like how to develop MOOCs, and some of you have developed MOOCs, but you cannot be perfect in a day. So you keep on doing it, and we will help you. We want that. We are not going to leave you as it is. We want to handhold you, and if you communicate with us, we will help you in each and every aspect, because we are also learning out of it. In this program, as Nidhi said, there are 500 participants, and number of quizzes given to you is more than 4,000, assignments around 4,000. So this is the kind of volume to be dealt in this situation, and this is the power of the technology, or the portal, EDX portal or LMS, which is on cloud with high scalability. Similarly, as a teacher, we also need to see that during COVID, for the last 6 months, which are the sectors which suffered the most, and which are the sectors which rather flourished during this period. So you can easily analyze, your students can easily analyze. I'm not going into detail of that, but why I'm saying so to you, because so that you can direct your students that these are the areas in which you must work. So because future lies in areas which are flourishing now onwards, because areas like travel, tourism, and airline, these things are going to take backseat, because it will take a while before we revive them. Especially, similarly, the education sector, you just see that how the online portals, became popular, and overnight these online education companies have, their net worth has gone up several times. So you can see and understand the industry at large. That is very, very important as a teacher for all of us. So once again, thank you very much to all of you for listening, and thank you to Professor Pani for joining us, and thank you for JDM to join doing a collaborative work. This always helps. We also learn, you also learn, and our participants get benefited. Thank you very much. Over to Shilpa.
Thank you so much, Dr. Agarwal, for agreeing to collaborate with Janki Devi. And thank you so much for such a comprehensive speech, and for giving us new ideas for planning our own classroom better. I just want to add one thing. Sorry, I'm butting in right now.
Yeah.
I just want to add one thing, that apart from training in MOOCs and whatever other technical training that you're talking about, you touched upon some very basic aspects which we tend to forget, things like body language. And I just want to mention this to all participants here, that one of the things that we must remember, that just as a classroom has its own protocol, has its own, a kind of a system in which we present ourselves to our students and vice versa. Similarly, even on a virtual plane, we must not forget some very basic things that sometimes we, which go amiss. So I just wanted to say that, I wanted to assert this, that we must remember the virtual protocol also when we are conducting
Thank
classes
you very
online.
much for adding. This is very important information. And another important information, sometimes we feel like today is a Hindi Divas. Yesterday itself in Navbharat Times, the whole newspaper is full of what are the softwares available for Hindi people? Where is the material available? You know, if you go through it, I think you can be the best. So it is not that, things are not available. Things are available. Only thing is we need to explore them further. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your encouraging words. Thank you so much for pointing out the good practices that a teacher must adopt and what all skills that we must acquire and upgrade, and also pointing out the future where the students need to focus on the particular sectors. Thank you, ma'am, so much for highlighting the need for maintaining the virtual protocols, which are so very important now. We now proceed to the next segment of the program, feedback from the participants. We have few participants who would share with us their experiences during their 7-day journey with the FTP. I invite Dr. Nabhanita Chakravarti, Department of Education, to share with us their experience with us. If possible in brief. Yeah, over to you, Nabhanita.
All the respected members of the panel. Um, Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this, not only of this program, but also to be a panelist today and to express my views. First of all, heartiest congratulations to the organizing team. It has been such a rigorous exercise, and so effective and so well organized, actually. In these challenging times, this kind of an FDP addresses the issue of bringing an interface between the technology and pedagogy. And since it is an online course, therefore it allowed us a lot of flexibility to space out our work, to work in a staggered way. And at the same time, there was a rigor in this whole thing because of the various self-assessment component that was a part of it, and which has been very, very useful. Secondly, I think it goes beyond the purpose, the mechanical purpose of fulfilling only the promotion criteria. You know, right now, most of us have to finish these courses in order to fulfill the criteria for promotion. But this particular FDP has been much more useful than just a criteria for me, at least, because it was a useful supplement to the online teaching that we are right now doing at the moment. And so, you know, though the other thing that I felt very nice about this is also because though we were online and we were doing this course online and we were individually, of course, listening to the videos and working on those various assessment sheets, but at the same time, there was a sense of being together, you know, with so many participants because of the various feedbacks, the various messages that were being communicated. There was a sense that although it was an online mode, and usually when we do refresher course or FDP, you know, offline mode, of course, we get to make new friends, we make lasting friendships. But here also, you know, although it was online, we had a sense of being together, and we've been able to, therefore, get the strength to continue with this over this whole 1 week, despite all the other things that we are doing at the moment. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I've already said this earlier, but I just want to repeat that for me, it has been a personal satisfaction because JDM is co-hosting this, and I have spent 3 fantastic years in JDM as a teacher. And this was like rejuvenating my lasting friendship with some of my colleagues in JDM. Thank you so much, Dr. Swati Pal and Dr. Payal Nagpal. So thank you, and thank you all the panelists once again.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nabhanita, for these kind words. It really gives us a reassurance to the organizing team that yes, we have, achieved the desired objective. I now invite Dr. Pampapati Somashekhar Hegde, Department of Education, KSS Vijayanagar College of Education, Karnataka, to share with us his experience.
Okay, thank you, madam. Am I audible to you, madam? May I know?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay,
yes,
you.
sir.
Okay, thank you, madam. The respected all the virtual dignitary on the virtual platform. I can call it as a virtual Gurukul right now. And first of all, at the outset, I am very grateful to you all people to make me a part of your virtual platform to express my perspectives, whatever I have passed through this FDP 1 week program. And one more thing is that this is the day, Madam and Sir said in their utterances of the speech that it is a Hindu news. Many congratulations and heartfelt wishes to all the North Indian my colleagues, and let it be very fruitful throughout the year. And in relation to that of this 1 week FDP program, it is, as it said, it is ICT enabled FDP. It is truly, it is ICT enabled FDP, because since the fall of this COVID-19 pandemic times, I have attended and passed through the number of programs. I want to always become a learner rather than that of the faculty member, so that I want to know what the learner expresses, learns, understand. As this is the virtual platform, we are all the virtual learners, and so that it is very difficult. As we know it, there are four fundamental pillars for the learner. First one is philosophical perspectives, and second one is psychological perspectives, third one is sociological perspectives, and fourth one is technological perspectives. Whatever you have made, all these materials, especially the videos, they are meeting all these four fundamental purposes, because you have planned very well. This is the most important. The materials are structured very well. So therefore, whatever you have planned it in relation to Google, Microsoft Teams, the best thing here is Open edX software that you have chosen for it. As I have passed through that of the number of Google classrooms or MOOCs, other classrooms, but the best way here is the Open edX platform, as I have felt. And one more thing is that flexibility for the learner, as we all know it very well, that we are during morning to evening hours, we are involved in our own work and official, as well as that of the teaching tasks and instructional tasks. But soon after returning to my home, we have to sit before your all these virtual platform, learn, and I have completed and took sometimes even 3 o'clock, even sometimes 4 o'clock. So these are the newer and enthusiastic things. And first of all, the collaborating college, the principals are very much dynamic. They are igniting. They are making even an ideal person to get into these mainstreams. Really, I am very much appreciating both the principal, Dr. Swati Fall, and also I express my views to Sir SP Agarwal sir. So I heard SP Agarwal sir. He is though he is elderly persons, but his innovative eyes are just like 18-20 persons ideas. He is always excelling in his speeches. These words are encouraging, and you both are model to us. So definitely we will take your all the words, sir. And one more thing is that fragmented video content. This is most important aspect that I wanted to say here. So in all the learning management system platforms, of 1 hour, of 1.5 hour, 40 minutes, this in one stretch, they are delivering the entire content what they wanted to deliver. But one thing is that content analysis is very important aspects. So we have to keep it on the content analysis. That is why I told you, because span of attention will be lost if it continued for the longer period of time. Just for 5 minutes or even for 10 minutes, it is a maximum in my personal view. 5 minutes is a moderate time to develop all the content to deliver through this virtual platform. And one more thing is that anytime you can join these things, any time, at our comfortable time, and reasonable explanation by the instructor. They have not, they just directly what they wanted to teach, they have gone through it without explaining much or without explaining the less what exactly needed. So that is more appreciable. And one more thing is that suitably structured the content or the video content or the content taken to teach or assessment parts as well as the discussion, everything is well structured and planned on. It seems they are all the well guided by highly experienced scholarly persons. These are the very grateful thing for us. And one more thing is that as the madam says, the multitasking is it is the 21st century skills, and sir also repeatedly saying that innovation, critical thinking, these all should be part and parcel of our educational arena. So therefore, I express my all these views. Before that, I will put forth few more my very what you can say it as a feedbacks, one or two feedbacks. You please go for the comprehensive assessment, whether it is a self-learning assessment or assessment by yourself. You can make and prepare and develop the models after 2-3 videos. You can prepare it. This is one thing. And another thing is that textual materials, as it mentioned in the MOOCs, so we are finding the lack. At least steps should be required and incorporated into this one, because the 4 quadrant, as you know it about the MOOCs, and here and there spiral approach, this is most important aspect. Spiral approach to make it a learn and forward, at least a bit of the thing should be incorporated, then it is to be taken to the newer things. And at the last, there should be certain sort of the just a bit of the assessment to test and make us to move forward. So these are the things that I have expressed, and I am very grateful you all people to providing me a opportunity. I express my great sense of gratitude to Dr. Swati Pal madam, and Agarwal sir, Silpa Chaudhary madam, and Nidhi madam, and also Dr. Balram Pani sir, who is the main attractive magnet in this virtual platform. Thank you very much, answers.
Thank you so much, sir, for this feedback. Not just you have appreciated the content, but also the pedagogic approach that has been used. And we also thank you for your constructive suggestions. I now invite Dr. Poonam Butra, Department of Commerce, Janki Devi Memorial College, to share her journey with us.
Thank you, Shilpa. Good morning, everyone, especially a very warm welcome to Professor Pani, Dr. Agarwal, and our very own dear Swati Pal. I don't know whether to begin by thanking all of you or by congratulating all of you. You know, it has been a wonderful 7 days, and I really did not know whether to first congratulate you on your success. The organizing teams of both the colleges, you have been very hands-on, or, you know, thanking you for enabling us to undergo this process. I have been teaching in college for 36 years. And believe me, for me, teaching is still an ongoing learning process. And as Dr. Agarwal said, nothing can be better than learning from, especially your young peers. I mean, the kind of information, the knowledge, it has been really a very rigorous, yes, the 7 days have been really, really rigorous. And I'm still saying, I still have to do my quiz and 1 or 2 other things, for which I'm so thankful that the time slot is still tonight. But thank you all. It has been, you know, as all the participants said, very informative, very educative. The feedback forms that you got us filled, Nidhi gave the presentation that just showed how happy everybody has been with the content that we have done. I mean, I don't think I would have known quizzes or Kahoot or, you know, you need a wiki if it hadn't been for the platform that was provided to us. And, you know, I think both my colleagues have touched upon all the other things. Obviously, this provided us with a lot of flexibility. There's no doubt that, you know, you don't have anybody else, you just have yourself, and it's an ongoing learning process. But I really feel like for people like me who were into it for the first time, I mean, see, Google Classrooms and Meet, we were still familiar with, but all the other things, it was a challenge, but I'm glad we accepted it. But I know for sure now that if my students tell me that, ma'am, we couldn't submit the assignment on time, I'm going to be a bit more flexible. So thank you once again. And I hope Janki Devi keeps on doing more programs like this. And thank you, Dr. Agarwal. You said there is a platform where if we want, we can keep on enrolling and learning. See, for a lot of people like me, it's not about, getting a certificate or all, it's about learning. So that is the best opportunity that, there is a silver lining to this COVID, and maybe that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Butra, for this encouraging feedback. And also, I think the addition to the list of contribution of this FGP, that is, it has taught the participants to be more compassionate than before. So thank you so much. So with this, we come to an end of this segment, and we now proceed to the next segment. I now request Dr. Payal Nagpal, Janki Devi Memorial College, to introduce our chief guest.
Thank you, Dr. Shilpa. We are privileged to have amidst us as chief guest, Dr. Balram Pani. Dr. Balram Pani is presently principal at Bhaskaracharya College of Applied Sciences and also director of Campus of Open Learning, additional charge, University of Delhi. He is also Dean of Colleges, University of Delhi as additional charge. He did his MPhil and PhD in Environmental Sciences from JNU, Delhi. He did his master's in chemistry from Sambalpur University, Orissa. He has more than 24 years of teaching and research experience in the various fields of chemistry, environmental sciences, polymeric science, biological and analytical instrumentation. He is actively involved in research with 36 publications and had successfully completed 3 Delhi University innovation projects and 2 projects from BRNS and DST, the Nuclear Science and Development of Science and Technology sections. For the outstanding research, he has been awarded with Certificate of Most Promising Innovation for one of his DU innovation projects. With 2 MPhil, 4 PhD, 1 research associate, students having guidance under the supervision of Dr. Balram Pani are really, really fortunate. He has authored 19 books and has delivered various invited lectures, chaired various sessions in national and international conferences and seminars. Dr. Pani is also the coordinator of various committees formed by Delhi University and NGT. Thank you, sir, for taking out time to be with us here today. I now request and invite Dr. Balram Pani to deliver the valedictory address. Sir.
Sir, voice is not clear, sir. Sir, voice is not clear, sir. Please do something. Audio, sir.
It's not clear right now.
Now it is okay, sir. So you have to be close to the audio, sir, please.
Okay, right now I'm close to audio. Okay?
Yeah, perfect, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Payal Nagpal, for nice introduction about me. And first of all, my apology to you all of my late entry. And good morning to you all. Professor Swati Pal, Professor S.P. Agrawal, Dr. Shilpa Chaudhary, Dr. Nidhi Mathur, and the other participants and organizing committee members, and my dear colleagues and friends. I'm very much grateful to you that you have invited me for this valedictory function of the faculty development program based on the ICT. And as Professor Swati and Professor Agrawalji and some of the participants, they have said that, okay, this occasion was very, very successful. Therefore, I congratulate them, but in my inner sense, I cannot congratulate anyone because when you talk about all these things, I remember my professor when I was a student in JNU. My professor told me that, okay, since I am the professor and I am the best, my product is the best. So therefore, you the courage that I and you the professor, you are always the best. Therefore, it is bound to be success. Whatever the program you will carry out, then it is bound to be success. And there is no doubt about it. So here, this is the faculty development program. So always the teaching community always tried for the development of the students, but somehow means one time we think about ourselves also. That is the faculty development program. And you know, always this pandemic situation means there was our great is that necessity is the mother of invention. So right now, this is because of this COVID period, we have invented many things. And as Professor S.P. Agarwal was saying that, okay, this is the innovation ideas. Always that we ideas are the new one. It means suppose somebody will say that, okay, the ideas are one. The ideas are generally based on the old ideas. We will have to take some tapes from the old ideas. Even if the scientists, those who have the great scientists have got the Nobel Prizes, they have also got the ideas from the old ideas. So therefore, whenever there is the old idea is existing and you will modify it and you will make it as Mutar is still available to your knowledge, then it will be called as the innovation. So this innovation idea, we will take it away and put it forward to our own students. And this is the case. Here, we are always trying to do something for our students. So always this means that is the teaching learning system. It is always a dynamic one. It is not at all static. If it will be static, then it will be finished. And since it's the dynamic, and always the teachers are trying to gather the knowledge. At best means whatever the knowledge they have, they will translate it to their students. So therefore, they will get at least some self-satisfaction. As Avanita Chakravarti was saying that, okay, means there are some participants there come from only the promotions. Oh, it is there, it is necessary. But still, you will have to gain some knowledge from this webinar or seminar or whatever it is. And here, within this dynamic system, everything it is there, but we are changing the pedagogy, nothing else. The same thing we are doing, but only the pedagogy we are changing. And as Professor Swati Paul was also saying, that whenever this is talking about the body language and the eye-wall contact, means this is the case, means you might have heard one word that the all schools are the teachers' club. Means what is that? Means teachers, they generally when they go to the classroom, they enjoy the teaching. And whenever they see their own students, their kith and kins, means they're here, the kith and kins are their students. Whenever they see their own dear students are before them, and they will contact the eye-wall contacts and they will see the body language, they feel happy. They will really, the teachers, they enjoy it. So this is the case. So therefore, we are always changing ourselves so that to make our students happy and enjoyable. And once they will enjoy the classroom teaching, then they will go ahead. Here, since here you are saying that right now we have changing from the classroom teaching to the virtual teaching. And virtual is always virtual. It is not real. Means you are yourself, the statement it is a self-explanatory. And whenever the eye will contact or the body language you will see of your own, then it will say that okay, it is the real one. And that virtual teaching cannot be replaced the classroom teaching. It is okay, but with the teaching community, whenever there is the situation demands, we can change ourselves, we can change the pedagogy, we'll go to the students and I'll put our best to the students. This is the only motive of the teacher. Teacher are always ready to do something for their students and society, for the nation, and they are known for this one also. And I thought whenever that is the PDF, FDF, the faculty development program means about this one, some participants, Dr. Navanika Chakravarti, Dr. Pampavati and Dr. Poonam, they have given the feedback. Means there are many participants they are having, but because of the time constraint, they cannot make. So therefore, it is understood that whenever the participants will give you the feedback, then it is the proof that your program is great success. So there is no doubt at all. And I am very, very grateful to you all that you have invited me for this validated program. And I am just like you also, I am a teacher and I always try to learn something, and everybody, means all the teachers are trying to learn something, means it is the teaching learning system. Means whenever from the childhood to the adult education, means whenever your brain is working, you will feel as young as 20 years old. Means as rightly said, Dr. Pampavati said that, okay, SP Agrawal is, so though physically is old, but he is looking very young because of his mental exercise. The brain is exercising in vigorously. So therefore, if somebody's brain is exercising, then he or she will feel young. So that is the case. That is the beauty of the teacher. So always the teaching community, they should feel proud that, okay, they are in such a noble profession and it is the great thing. And such type of faculty development program should be carried out. And I think it will be the best. And today I will congratulate you all for this Hindi Divas. And the Hindi Divas, it is the language, don't think about the language, this is the communication part. Means any language, if you can communicate, you can translate it to the students or to somebody else, if they can understand, then it is good. And here we are saying that, okay, in Hindi, most of the people are feeling very comfortable. So therefore, don't take it otherwise. And it is a language, means you will have to take it proudly. Okay, this is the Hindi language, it is the Rashtrabhasha, we should take it proudly. And we should spread this one. And here, if possible, then the colleges may go further this Hindi Divas celebration. And again, I congratulate you all for this program. And right now, again, I give thanks to everybody for inviting me for this program. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Pani. You rightly said. And let me tell you that we will continue to work in this direction. We have already trained more than 50,000 teachers. You are with us in the second program, but we have done about 18 of such, and we have collaborated with almost 20 colleges, and we plan to collaborate. There are in the pipeline another 10. So, a lot of good work has been done by the colleges of Delhi University. So rather, I should say that Delhi University should acknowledge these colleges doing wonderful job, training a lot of people, doing good, taking the lead in online education, research, and innovation. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Professor Pani. You'll be very happy to hear that the Hindi department of my college, as part of the Hindi Divas celebration today, have actually organized an entire panel on the use of modern technology for the development of Hindi Bhasha. So, we are really very much online with the fact that we have to be at par with whatever is current and happening even on this platform. Thank you so much for giving us this time and for accepting our invite. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind and inspiring words. You rightly mentioned that the dynamic and uncertain world that we are currently witnessing, it surely looks up to the teaching fraternity with a hope. And it's very important for all of us as educators to upgrade our skills and become fully competent in the new modes of functioning so that we continue with our quest for providing higher education of the highest standards. And as you rightly pointed out, we will have to adapt to the ideas, to the new ideas, and also to the new emerging pedagogic methods. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. We now proceed to the last part of the program. I now invite Dr. Manisha Sinha to give the vote of thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, Shilpa. Warm regards to all present today, this morning, in another minute, it's going to be afternoon, for the valedictory session of the one-week faculty program on ICT-enabled teaching, learning, organized by Janki Devi Memorial College in collaboration with Ramanujan College. I, on behalf of the organizing committee of the FDP, would like to express gratitude to Dr. Balram Pani, Dean Colleges, University of Delhi, who is the chief guest today for the valedictory session. Thank you for your time and your valuable inputs. It was truly a privilege and pleasure to have you amongst us. Thanks to Dr. Swati Pal, Principal, Janki Devi Memorial College, for initiating the idea of conducting an online FDP. Thank you, Dr. Pal, for your able leadership, vision, and guidance. We are grateful to Ramanujan College for collaborating with JDMC to successfully complete this FDP. In particular, I would like to thank my sincerest thanks to Dr. S.P. Agarwal, the principal, Ramanujan College, who addressed us on the first day and encouraged us immensely. Thank you, sir. I would like to acknowledge the contribution of each and every member involved right from the conceptualization, planning, organizing, and execution of this FDP. I would like to thank all the members of the organizing committee in making this FDP a useful learning opportunity. My fellow FDP coordinators, Ms. Nidhi Mathur, Ramanujan College, Dr. Shilpa Chaudhary and Dr. Payal Nagpal, Janki Devi Memorial College. Thank you so much for a well-coordinated event. I thank the Assistant Directors, Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College, Dr. Sumit Nagpal, Dr. Nikhil Rajput, and Dr. Vibhash Kumar. Also, the technical team, Ramanujan College, comprising Mr. Bipin Rathi and Mr. Anil. Many thanks to the members organizing team Janki Devi Memorial College, Mr. Ankandhar, Ms. Shilpa Mago, Ms. Ekta Bansal, Ms. Anuradha Goyal, Ms. Ruchi Kalita, and Ms. Jaya Yadav. I also thank Mr. Surinder Kumar and Mr. Manpreet from JDMC for providing office support. Thank you all for the smooth conduct of the FDP. My special thanks to Dr. Nabunita Chakrabarti, Dr. Pampapati Hegare, and Dr. Poonam Butra for sharing their experiences with the FDP. Heartiest thanks to all the participants who joined us and participated enthusiastically in all the activities, whether daily quizzes or assignments or feedback or discussion forum, in the process of learning, relearning, and reinventing. Once again, I thank each and everyone who was part of this FDP. Hope these 7 days were full of a useful learning experience and applying new skills. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Over to you, Shilpa.
Thank you, Manisha. We hope that it was a great learning experience for all the participants, and we also hope that we will use this knowledge to enhance and enrich and strengthen our teaching. We now come to the conclusion of this session, I once again thank each one of you for being a part of today's valedictory session. Thank you, Balram Pani sir, for joining us today. Thank you, Principal ma'am and Principal sir. Thank you, participants. Thanks to each one of you.
Thank you very much again. Thank you so much, Shilpa. Thank you, the organizing teams. Nidhi, I hope we will keep in touch and see you more often.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, sure.
Right, right.
It was
Wonderful.
incredible. It was indeed an incredible journey for me.
Yes, and I'm
Thank
so
you so
happy to look at the kind of comments I'm seeing, which really seem so genuine and heartfelt. It obviously means that the two organizing teams on either side were very strong and had such a harmonious relationship, which is
Yes.
really great. Congratulations to everybody.
Congratulations to you too, ma'am. To you too. Okay. Thank you.
So have we come to an end?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah, yes,
Thanks,
ma'am.
Navneeta.
Yes.
Thank you to all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, ma'am. Bye.
Bye-bye.